Planes take advantage of air physics to quickly and efficiently transport way more than you can carry across continents in a matter of hours, while suspended 6 to 7 miles in the air. This modern feat of engineering was made possible by those cracked at fluid dynamics. It's a very difficult thing to try and wrap your head around, and nothing exemplifies its confusing nature quite as succinctly as Bernoulli's principle. So imagine a sealed water pipe with water flowing through it. Imagine the pipe is squished in somewhere. Does the pressure go up, down, or stay the same at the squish? Shout your answers at me. Thanks. What I thought at first was the water would have a harder time squeezing through the smaller space. So the pressure should be more at the squish. I mean, it sounds reasonable, right? Well, it's wrong. That's completely wrong. The pressure is less, it goes down. How does that make any sense whatsoever? Well, countless people have explained this in countless different ways. But there seems to be a perspective that is unanimously mentioned, yet rarely explored in detail. The math. I'm talking about the math. Math can describe everything, right? Let's start by defining some things. Google says pressure equals force over area. Force per unit of area. That's why you can't cut a tomato with your finger easily. Too much area. A knife has a tiny area, so the pressure is huge, and you don't even have to push that hard. Here's something cool. Because anything divided by itself is 1, we can multiply our formula for pressure by distance over distance. We aren't changing anything, since we're just multiplying by 1, but we get a different definition if we do this. It might be dumb, but I just think that's so cool. Like that we can just do that. Right. Anyway, so what you get is area equals distance squared. Force times distance is work. Distance cubed is volume. You get work of a volume, or energy per unit of volume. Work equals energy because Google says it's because work is just what happens when objects transfer energy. Oh, we have another big formula for energy. You remember this, right? Good old kinetic energy plus gravitational potential energy plus everything else. Like like chemical and thermal and such. What happens when we plug this into our pressure formula? Well, we can split it up like so. Oh, and mass over volume is density, right? Mass per unit of volume. So we can simplify it like this. And ta-da! I present to you Bernoulli's principle. Also, this is constant because we plugged in energy, and energy is constant. That one is the pressure if you try to resist the flow of the fluid, or dynamic pressure. That one is the pressure from the weight of the fluid above you, or hydrostatic pressure. And that one is from everything else. I mean it can be influenced by stuff like whether the fluid is sealed or not, like water being in a pipe rather than in a river or something. But yeah, still just as unsatisfying as it was the first time, isn't it? Wait, do pressure and velocity have an inverse relationship? They do. And there we have it. That's why faster moving fluids have lower pressure. Velocity increases, pressure decreases. Bernoulli's principle is just a complicated way of writing energy per unit of volume.